Okay, here I am in North Queensland. It's all about the ride. Yeah, I'm just here to do the static review on the SWM Superdual X. This is an 18 model. They have the fuel gauge and the switchable ABS to the rear only, and the front stays on. I'll get into that in a bit more detail. Okay, this is a friend of mine, Jim, from that lives in Cairns. He runs the DSMRA up here, the Dual Sport Motor Riders Association. The guy's been riding for many years, and I imagine he'd be a very capable off-road rider. And a good guy. So if you're ever up in Cairns way and want to do riding, look him up and maybe go on some of their off-road rides. He bought this bike because he used to love the Huskies, and I think he had an old Husky T630 and was a bit of a fan of them. So yeah, anyway, what about the bike? Well, if those who have seen my YouTube channel know that I've got the 17 model. Mine only has a low fuel light, and mine doesn't have ABS. As I've said to you before, ABS doesn't really faze me too much on a smaller capacity bike, but I do rate it on wet asphalt roads. That's the main time I rate ABS on any bike. So that's where it's a bonus. Now, just to let you know that this bike has got around about 3,000 Ks on it or so, I think Jim said. Okay, what mods has he done to this bike? Okay, he's put the Barrett pipes on. As you can see, they're an Australian-made pipe, Barretts. They drop the weight by around about 3 kilos or something, I think. What he's also done is put another switch in there. You can see that one. Now that's not a light switch, it says lights. It's just a generic switch he probably got off eBay. But what that does, he's rigged it into his ABS so he can totally turn it all off. He can do it on the fly, he can turn the ABS off, but to turn it back on again he has to stop, turn off the ignition, turn it back on and turn it on again. But he can turn it off on the fly, so which is a great thing when you hit the dirt. He's just got the standard handguards on and standard mirrors. Obviously he's very busy with his job, but these Superdual 18 models are the Euro 4, 1821 wheels. You can get the 1917s as well. He's had this remapped. He's adjusted his throttle positioning sensor, the TPS, and he's also modified his seat. And I've been riding around for a couple of days, and it's a lot better than the stock seat. Matter of fact, I had mine modified and it's a lot better than mine. They do come out now with the comfort seats, so I haven't tested one of them yet, so I don't know, I can't really say how good they are, but his seat's actually very good. And I'll hopefully get a link, he'll send me a link to the seat place where he got his seat done in Brisbane, in Queensland, Brisbane, Australia. He got his seat done. I know if you use overseas, a bit difficult, you try and find a place over there. But what do I think of his Superdual? Well, I've taken on all sorts of terrain over the last few days. I've taken it on twisty, windy roads, dirt roads, just smooth dirt roads, tracks, trails. I haven't sort of beaten it around too badly because it's not my bike, and I've done that with my own motorcycle, my own Superdual, so they're much of a muchness there. Sorry about the background noise. A lot of bikes use this road. I'm on the the Captain Cook Highway. It's a beautiful scenic road in Australia. But anyway, yeah, so I don't like the tyres on this. The standard tyre they come up with is the Metzeler Saharas. They're okay, but they're not real good on wet tar roads, and they're not that great on the dirt either. So I changed to the M21 on the front, and I was running the Motos Tractionator Adventure on the rear. But since I do a hell of a lot of off-road, I found it not the best, not brilliant off-road. It was pretty good. When I got down to about the last 1,000 Ks, it wasn't the best either. Now I'm running the Motos Desert HT. Absolutely fantastic off-road, but noisy as hell on-road. And apparently they've come out with one which is a bit in the middle. It's supposed to be really good on-road and quiet, the Motos Rally. RALLZ, and that's supposed to be brilliant as well. So that's what I'm going to put on next. My Superdual's got around about 14,000 Ks on it now. Yeah, so what do I think? The Superdual X, if you're after an awesome bike that is smooth on the road, up to about 120 k's, it's very smooth. This bike will sit on 120 k's all day. The only vibe you get in these is maybe a little bit in the tank. All problems that these bikes have had since their release have all been sorted and fixed now. There was the mesh oil filter that were a bit weak. Now they've been replaced by SWM, which is fantastic. Those of you who have bought them new ones, say anywhere from around about mid-18, I've been told that they've been done at the factory now, the SWM factory in Italy, so you'll get that already done. The mapping's finally been sorted on the 18 models for Euro 4 with new maps. The rear subframe bolts now have been replaced with high tensile ones, so they're no longer snapping. And the ABS can be sorted out if you want it. You can do it yourself. You can just override the whole ABS. Now, that's something they can't do at the factory because that's a legal requirement now with all motorcycles. So that's really something you have to do yourself. Now, in saying that, just remember that could void your warranty because you're doing something, right? But I'm pretty sure most dealers that have know anything about motorcycles and off-road bikes, if you know what you're doing, they're not going to sort of worry about that too much. But anyway, fill your boots when your bike runs out of warranty. So there you go. So there's my review on the SWM Superdual 18 model. Just one other thing too, guys, sorry, is the screen. You can see how it goes back. I spaced mine so it was sitting more upways. So you just get some more spaces along the bolt and you can space that out and even put one of those wind deflectors on if you like. So there you go, guys. That's my review on the SWM 650 Superdual X 2018 model. They're a great bike. The Barretts give it better bottom and mid-range. The arrow pipe will do the same, and that's with the arrow pipe, I believe, the mapping. No worries, guys. Okay, it's all about the ride. Until next review, take it easy, guys and girls. See ya.